Hello, this is Digibil Z, and I'm here with all the news for Dragon Ball Gekishin Squadra. It is September 10th, and the game is released last night. And we have a 1.1.0 patch notes to go over, as well as a couple other fixes and things. Alright, well, before we get into patch notes, let's go over and look at the image that they provided us on X. We have just the buffs, nerfs, battle system, and adjustments. What do you got for buffs? We got Gohan, Deborah, Trunks, Piccolo, Frieza, Bojack, and Khalifa all got buffs. Baby, Android 18, Zamatsu, Majin Buu, Cooler, and Krillin all got nerfed. And battle system changes. This is to the overworld. Looks like Nappa got changed, Android 16, and Jaco got battle system updates. And then for just adjustments, I think that this is, they got a nerf and a buff, so it's not either one. Super Saiyan Goku, Super Saiyan Vegeta, and Majub. Alright. Oh, and also over here for a current issue, the Dragon Ball Gekishin Squadra PlayStation Plus pack received via PlayStation Plus cannot be claimed within the game. Additionally, if this issue occurs, it cannot be possible to purchase items. For items that cannot be claimed, they'll be available for claiming or purchase once the issue is resolved. Please wait a little longer. And we have confirmed that some users may experience an error code and be returned to the title screen when attempting to purchase Dragon Gems. If the item you purchased does not appear in game, restarting the game once has been confirmed to resolve this issue. We apologize for the inconvenience. If you encounter this issue, please try the solution above. And those are known issues that they will fix, hopefully. And then let's get right into the rest of the patch notes. Alright, patch notes version 1.1.0. Dragon Ball Gekishin Squadra is on its last countdown towards the launch date. Well, actually, so this came out yesterday, but it has been released. On release, the game will have had a balance patch from the network test held in June. This post will give you details on the changes made, and the balance changes have two major objectives: to balance outlier heroes and to tweak some game functions with unintended behaviors. Including the hero pick rates and the win rates that we posted on our social network service accounts, we'll take into account numerous other key performance indicators. They are, but are not limited to, general hero performances in specific ranks to individual hero numerics. Not to mention that we plan ahead in tandem with the future hero characters to be released. Of course, we understand that participants in the network test may be in disdain due to their favorite characters being nerfed or tweaked, but do not worry. Squadra will be implementing periodic changes as they are to provide a healthy and ever-changing play environment, providing opportunity for every hero to shine in one way or another throughout the seasons. And for now, we hope you join us at the launch of Dragon Ball Gekishin Squadra, and we wait your feedback on the official social network service accounts and official Discord channel. Alright, so we got buffs. Kid Gohan got buffed. His stats is base HP adjusted to increase more easily during the match outset. And his passive, his friendship boost. During friendship boost, all attack up effect to allies heroes increased from 300 to 400. His rush attack during exploding rage, rush attack damage went from 100 times 6 to 140 times 6. And in his Masenku, his skill 2, skill level 1 radius went from 1.5 meters to 1.75 meters, and his skill level 2 radius went from 1.75 to 2 meters. His third skill, Leave This to Me, energy defense down, effects to enemies within barriers increased 600 to 800, and his energy defense down effects to enemies within the barrier adjusted to persist for 2 seconds after exiting. His super attack is Exploding Rage. His cooldown lengthened from 65 to 70 seconds. His strike up effect to ally heroes increased from 300 to 500, and his strike up effect to ally heroes shortened from 10 seconds to 8 seconds. His strike defense up effect to himself increased from 600 to 700. Alright, now for Deborah. His base HP was adjusted to increase more easily during the match outset. And his first skill, Doom's Ray, the damage decreased. At level 1, it was 900 plus 450. And now it is 810 and 360. His level 2 went from 1000 plus 500 to 900 plus 400. And at level 3 went from 1200 plus 600 to 1080 plus 480. Petrification gauge gain increased from 40 to 15 to 49 to 14. And his super attack Evil Blast petrification gauge increased from 40 to 50. Super Saiyan Trunks Teen, his base HP is adjusted to increase more easily during the match endgame, and all attack up and transformed increased from 120% to 130%. Piccolo got his skill 1 buffed, or with some nerfs. His energy blast range increased. Went from level 1, it was 9 meters to 12 meters. Level 2 went from 16 meters to 18 meters, and his level 3 stayed the same at 30 meters. Energy blast speed decreased. That's just the speed of the blast. That was from 37 meters a second down to 30. Level 2 went from 70 to 45, and finally 136 meters per second to 75 meters per second. That's sort of a huge, that's sort of a pretty big nerf right there. Energy blast damage on all levels unified was 2500, 3500, and 4000 in their levels, and they are all unified at 2520. His skill 2 super explosion damage decreased, went from 380 down to 280, and level 2 it went from 1020 to 840, and the distance in which damage increases per skill was adjusted. Level 1 it was 7.4 meters, now it's 9.9, and then it was 14 meters to 1.25, and level 3 was 27.2 meters down to 7.95 meters. So that means that he'll be doing increased damage the closer for the last couple levels, and a little bit further for that first level, which makes sense. First form Frieza, adjusted HP, or base HP adjusted to increase more easily during the match endgame, and his super attack, the Supernova, his cooldown was shortened from 60 seconds to 50 seconds. Full Power Bojack, he got another HP buff to increase more easily during the match endgame, and all attack up when transformed increased from 125% to 130%. His passive, the Galactic Assassin, subordinates will now appear in a fixed order, and his stack-based scaling of enhanced follow-up attacks removed for consistency. And his super attack, the Gigas Grand Smasher, cooldown has been shortened from 100 to 90 seconds. And Super Saiyan 2 Khalifa, all attack up when transform increased from 125% to 130. Looks like all the transformations got a bit of a buff. Alright, now for nerfs. Baby in his young body. Skill 2 is Energy Explosion. Movement speed during activation decreased from 100% to 75%. And his damage decreased. Initial shockwave of 250 is now 200. And the aftershock, which is 450, is now 400. And his cooldown has been lengthened from 15 to 18 seconds. His third skill, Possession of Allies and Cover Fire. The self HP recovery over time increased from 1 to 0.75 seconds. And his possession during the time shortened from 8 seconds to 6 seconds. And his lifesteal effect to possession target decreased from 50 to 25%. And his super attack, the Revenge Blast, his damage per shockwave decreased. The damage increases for each hit. It was 3,000 for first hit, 3,600 for second hit, 4,200 for a third hit, and 4,800 for fourth hit. It's now down to 2,000 first hit, 2,800 second hit, 360 third hit, and 440 for the fourth hit. And recovered HP for each hero hit unified as additional HP recovered per enemy hit. Used to increase for each person. It was 50 to 60 to 70 to 80, and they are all now 20. Android 18. Her base HP was adjusted and increased more easily during the match outset. A lot of people got HP buffs, it looks like. And her passive, the Assault Rush. Assault Rush no longer provides stacks. And skill 3, her Excel Dash. The damage decreased. Level 1 was 720. Level 2 was 800. And level 3 was 960. Went down to 680 across the board. It just unified all of those. Alright, well, activating if an enemy is KO'd by your final Excel Dash, the number of possible reactivations will now increase. And her super attack, the Heartbreaker, the cooldown has been lengthened from 80 to 90 seconds. Zamasu. His base HP adjusted increased more easily during the match outset. And his super attack, the Super Zero Mortals, cooldown was lengthened from 80 to 90 seconds. And his level 3, super skill level 3, movement speed down effect decreased from 80% to 70%. Majin Buu, good. His skill 3, Ready Go. No skills effect to enemies on hit removed. And for Cooler, his stat and HP increased from 11,200 and 22,725 to 12,800 and 25,971. Some crazy numbers out there. And please adjust HP or base HP adjusted to increase more easily during the match outset. And all effect up when transformed increased from 125 to 130%. A super attack, the Atomic Supernova. The cooldown was lengthened from 65 to 70 seconds, and his damage upon explosion decreased from 2,000 to 1,500. Krillin. His base HP adjusted to increase more easily during the match outset, and his skill 1, the Energy Mine, cooldown was lengthened to 5 to 6 seconds, and Energy Blast Explosion, secondary damage decreased. Okay, at level 1 for his regular blast, it was 1260, went down to 1080. Level 2 is 1400, down to 1200, and from 16, and his level 3 from 1680 down to 1440. And then the secondary explosion went from 1440 down to 1260. And then his level 2 went from 1600 to 1400, And his level 3 went from 1920 to 1680. And his marked time effect was shortened from 7.5 seconds to just 5 seconds. And his skill 3, his scattering energy wave, a homing energy blast, decreased from 200 to 250. And his super attack, the Destructo Disc, cooldown was lengthened from 50 to 70 seconds. Alright, now just for some base adjustments. Goku all attack up when transformed increased from 125 to 130. And his cooldown was, and his Spirit Bomb cooldown was lengthened from 80 to 90 seconds. Super Saiyan Vegeta. Base HP adjusted to more easily to increase more easily during the match endgame, and all attack up when transformed 125 to 130%. And his super attack, the Big Bang attack, the cooldown was lengthened from 80 seconds down to 90 seconds. And for Super Oob, his base HP is adjusted to increase more easily during the match endgame. Alright, for battle system, for just regular, for just the stuff on the world, on the map, Nappa's rush attack damage boost effect buff upon KO is increased from 20% to 30%. Android 16, his movement speed boost effect buff upon KO increased from 10% to 15%. And Jocko, his skill damage dealt boost effect buff applied upon KO increased from 10% to 20%. So defeating these three will give you a little bit more of a boost now. As for the Gods of Destruction, the Gods of Destruction will now prioritize heroes rather than accompanying heroes such as Dodoria and Zarbon, etc. And a timer has been added near the Gods of Destruction to indicate the time until Zeno leaves. And for some helpers, the Ride, similar to skills, activation direction can now be chosen with directional input. Helper, the defense buff, cooldown is shortened from 60 seconds to 30 seconds. The Gekishin High, cooldown reduction rate increased from 25 to 50%. I think these are the cards. Lightning Swift, damage decreased from 1,000 to 800, and Super Snowball, all attack up per use increased from 50 to 75%. So quite a bit of changes, and hopefully they balance the game a little bit more. So there we go for that, and that's the patch notes and updates for now. If you got this far, please like and subscribe, and maybe you'll see me on Twitch later. Cool. Peace.